It did the thing.
Sweet.
Hello.
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 Hello out there.
Like to the side.
All you beautiful people.
How's it going? That's good. Good to hear from you guys. Alright, Artemis, take her away.
Man. Yeah, so welcome back to the Phixius 5. Yeah, stuff happened last week. You guys finally met with the king and queen, got a little bit more information. Weird stuff happened with Chicken. And then you guys went to the Opus. And that's kind of where we left off. You guys were in the headmaster's office. And the person who usually does the talking isn't here, so this will be fun.
Oh no.
I have an okay charisma.
I
That's
don't.
good.
It's decent. You'll be glad to know.
But yeah, where
that
we had left
all-
off.
All my points in stats. Carry on,
I
sorry.
usually use charisma as a dump stat, so
I dumped everything physical this time.
nice. Yeah, so you were at the headmaster's office, and I did add all of your Book of Secrets stuff in. I believe
Right,
I added
thank
them
you.
all in. They should be on your list there. But yeah, you are standing in a very crowded office with an Aarakocra who has introduced himself as, what is that face?
We have
Why
to
are
go
you
back to
making
the
that
food
face?
vendors.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
Sorry.
Panic.
I'm fine. Everything is fine.
Are you?
I'm fine.
Uh-huh. Sure you are. Oh god, we're all a bunch of dorks. Anyways,
Yes.
so there's an Aarakocra sitting behind the desk. He looks like a golden eagle in coloring, and he's introduced himself as Eerie Ironstead. God, I can never say his name correctly. And he sort of looks at all of you and he says, welcome. How may I help you?
We were looking for stuff.
Right, we have a few questions, a few things we'd like to research, if that's okay.
Yeah, you want the archives though. They're, I will escort you. And he kind of gets up and comes around the front side of the desk, and he leads you pretty much back out the way that you guys came in, but around the back side of the building. There is a separate building off to the side that has the symbol of Ioun on the doors, which pretty much like the one that you guys saw in Wildcall. It's very similar, but this one is humongous. The one that was in Wildcall was 2 floors. This one is 5. And it is huge. And you guys all sort of learned that all of the different repository of knowledge that are spread out throughout the continent, they all empty into this one location. All of the secondary copies that they made, all of those come here. It's very Library of Alexandria or Alexandria. And he escorts you to the entrance, and he says, he kind of looks at Ram and he says, we've had a few of your kind here recently, seeking information. I'm quite curious, are you one of the ones that has just arrived, or have you been here a little bit?
I've just arrived here.
Okay. Well, the archive is open. It is, entrance to the archive is the same as it is everywhere else. You add to the library and you can use it for as long as you want. I will leave you here. If there are any problems, please come find me. And he sort of, he gives you kind of a deep bow and leaves. and you guys are able to go inside. And as you walk in through the front doors, there is a front desk there with a few people sort of working there. You see students of all different ages and backgrounds sort of milling about in the library itself. And in Wildcall, there were the sort of ethereal nine-tailed foxes that were assisting people with their research. Here there are flying cats.
Yeah, there are.
They are ethereal in nature, just like the foxes were, but they all they look like house cats with butterfly wings, and
I want to live here.
you can see them kind of flitting about in the stacks, assisting students. And as you approach the desk, there is a sort of older-looking human woman. She's wearing the robes with Ayun regalia on them, and she smiles at all of you, and she says, "Welcome to the archives. How may I help you?"
Can you take a cat?
We're here to adopt.
Adopt, don't
Is this a
shop.
cat cafe? No.
Yeah.
Pretty
Put 'em
much.
in Ram's test cavity. Over, Reggie.
I think a few of us are looking for information, if that's available, if you are able to help us find some things.
Of course. The archive is open to everybody. You simply need to add to the knowledge that is stored here. Have you been in an archive before?
I don't think I have, probably. Or at least not
You
like
have,
this.
but everybody else has been. Everybody else was in the one in Wildcall, so.
Well, that one, yeah. Not this specific one.
I'm just like, eh.
Okay. Well, yes, and she kind of like points to a stack of parchment, and she says, "You can add any sort of knowledge you like, and then we will get you set up with whatever research you need to be you need to do."
Okay.
Guess I'll add information about. I'm trying to think of what I haven't done. Maybe like various different plants and like medicinal properties. Do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Aster would know.
Yeah. For sure. She gives you a quill and some paper, and you write down, various plants that you learned back home in the Swamp of Swords, and you're able to. She's the same thing as before. She kind of makes a copy of it, sends one into. So one of them goes into like. It goes into like a pile that is being slowly worked on by like cats with butterfly wings. And then the other one gets sealed up, and you recognize that this one here is sealed up with the royal symbol on it. So obviously there are some that are going to the palace.
Mm. Oof. All right. I honestly don't remember what we wanted to look. I didn't add that to my notes from last time. I was trying to find them. What were we?
Well, he gave me a couple of things, so I've got stuff for her, but I wasn't sure about the rest of you. So
Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, why? Wait, what?
If there is anything that you have questions on, now would be the time to ask it, because you are in the place where the knowledge is. So it doesn't really matter what it is.
Maybe any more
How did we
information
get
about the artifacts that we learned about.
Okay.
Salmaline's tear.
Okay. Yep.
So, yeah.
Anything about the Children of Air, too? If there is anything at all.
Okay. Do you all request access to the archive? Like, you don't have to tell me what it is that you're adding to it. It's fine. Just, are you all going to add so that you can get in? Looking at you, Ram.
No.
You're gonna stay out?
Yeah.
Okay. There, like the other place, there's a waiting room that you can stay and wait in.
Okay, I'll go stand over there and scowl with my non-emotive face.
We all can feel the scowl.
Okay, but this isn't,
Ooh.
just to confirm, this isn't the place with the big mural showing the...
No, that
Okay.
was the other building.
Right, okay, that's what I wanted to be sure of.
No, this is not the same place. It's the same like school grounds, but it's not the same building.
Okay.
You can wander back over there if you want while everybody's researching.
I would definitely want to find
Yeah.
anything about the Warforged too. Anything about their
Okay.
history or major events, notable.
I'm prepared because I thought maybe Afi was gonna go in there for looking for that, but never mind. All right,
And Adam will
Pog,
be-
is there anything that you want to research while you're here?
No, I want to be included.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
You can like hold books for Aster.
Okay.
Just like loading up your arms with everything I find. Just
Got massive hands. The blood in my
Your big meaty
hands.
claws.
Big meaty claws.
I went to look up stuff on the Briarheart just to see what else other people would have been able to find. And yeah, I was also going to ask about the Children of Air and those divine weapons, so.
Alright, cool. Everybody roll me investigation checks. Except for obviously Ram. If Fantasy Grounds will let you.
Are you sure it's not perception?
Did it do
Yep.
it?
Positive.
It bounced out somewhere.
Oh,
Hold on.
I don't know where.
It did not put it in where I can see it.
The
I
heck?
saw Aster's.
No.
Hates me.
No.
Saw Pogs. You guys are doing great.
That's so embarrassing.
Only records which you own can be shared, it says?
What?
I'm just trying to roll the die!
I got that too. Yeah. You might have clicked the wrong thing.
Okay,
There you
that's
go.
alright.
Hey, there you go. Somebody rolled above
Green.
10 finally. Alright.
Oh.
Alright,
Yay.
so since you guys are basically looking for the same information here, hold on a second here. Okay, so we'll start with the Briarheart. So there isn't much available on the Briarheart. Not really surprising considering how secretive your people are.
Very good.
There isn't much available that you don't already know, and some of what is available is wildly inaccurate, just because people probably are guessing at what's really going on in there. But it's about a 30-mile radius that's encircled with these massive viney thorns. Some of them, you know from experience, are the same size as Aster. And you learn that pretty much common belief is that once you are past the Wall of Thorns and into the Briarheart proper, a lot of people seem to think that that's actually the Feywild that they've wandered into and not actually just part of the material plane. But you know that's not true. For sure. You know that there's an entrance to the Feywild there, but it's not when you first walk in. It is the entrance is well guarded against unexpected visitors. You grew up sort of dealing with it just as a thing. It was there. Nothing really exciting ever happened with it. Some of the entries that you read claim that the trees get up and move around a lot and that it's sort of a maze of trees and vines and things like that. You also know that this is wildly inaccurate. There are some trees that do move, but for the most part, the trees prefer to stay in one place. Let's see here. You see a few mentions of supposed hidden power within the Briarheart, as well as a few very vague rumors of some sort of weapon that's hidden there. But for the most part, it seems it's like secondhand hearsay. Most of what you are reading is just like people that are guessing at what's going on in there. People that have very clearly never actually been there. Nothing that really confirms your worst suspicions
Okay.
about people knowing. I think that's kind of all the important stuff for that. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for like the Briarheart. With your people being as secretive as they are, it's really not surprising. And the other thing, so the weapons. Okay, so for those, Aster, you and Pog don't really find too much on the weapons. Like, you find mention of them, but it's mostly just like, there was these people a long time ago, and they had these really cool things, and they did these really cool, awesome, powerful things, but that's kind of all you know. Greeny, you find, as you're sort of digging through, there is a concerning lack of information about the relics of divinity here. It's almost as if the archive itself was scrubbed clean of this information. You notice that in certain journals there are pages missing where there should be information about the relics, but it's just not there.
I'll point that out to them as we're...
The only real concrete mention that you get is there is a journal that it's incredibly old. The pages are very delicate, and it mentions begins to talk about the Council of Luminaries, and they were supposedly granted these great boons from deities during the war. They were gifted to mortal bearers so that they might turn the war back in the favor of the Divine Council to help end the war. They are items of great power said to grow with the bearer as they are used. It looks like the entry would have contained a list, or a potential list at least, but that page is missing. But as you sort of look at the next page that like would have been behind it, you notice there's a very crudely drawn symbol of the king of the royal house here in Bohemi, the king and queen. It might be something to ask about.
Okay.
But you really don't get much of anything about it. It's very clearly that this information has been just completely removed. You're not really sure if it was in an attempt to, like, deter people from looking for these or something like that. You can't really tell, but it's just missing. What was the other thing you wanted to look for?
I think Children of Air. Since they're also looking for these items.
Okay, so you find a little bit of information about them. They seem to be serving some sort of deed or some sort of ancient being known only as the Daughter of Sky, which you guys have already sort of gotten a little bit of information about. There's very little known about her in particular, other than she was at one point a former soldier in the group of Celestials that Zariel brought to the material plane when she came here. The consensus is that she died, that she did not survive the battle in where Zariel fell. However, you all know that's definitely not true. When Zariel fell, the Council of Luminaries was sent after her to either end her or redeem her. It sounds like they managed to redeem her and send her home to Mount Celestial, where she has been ever since. She was forbidden to return to the material plane after that. Let's see here. I'm trying to find more information that you guys don't already know. Yeah, that's. I mean, you guys pretty much have the same information. You sort of went out of order from what I was expecting, so you got information a little bit more faster than I thought. The only other thing that you don't really already know is that she was supposedly sacrificed at a place called Fairlawn's Bane, which is spelled. I'll put it in the chat here real quick. But that name doesn't really mean anything to any of you.
That's the daughter of Sky that was sacrificed.
Yes. She was sacrificed at a place called Fairlawn's Bane.
Okay.
Okay. Ram, what are you doing while this is going on?
I'm gonna go back to the other room and just glare at the mural.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go back into the main building and up that flight of stairs. How close do you get to the mural?
As close as it would take me to be able to see, like, the whole thing. So, like, as
Okay.
long as the whole thing is within my periphery, yeah.
Okay, so I would say probably 15 feet or so. You can see the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is very beautiful. It's made out of like glass mosaic tiles, and you recognize most of the figures in the image. You can see, you for sure see Salmaline holding the staff that you know he had. You see female drow in dark, looks like dark robes with silver embroidery on it, tipped in like with feathers. You remember her vaguely. She served the Raven Queen at one point. Salmaline, you remember, served Sylvanas. There was also Sereth, who was there. She was a full-blood elf. She is pictured in very beautiful, like bronze-plated armor. She served Pelor, that from what you can remember.
Mm-hmm.
There was also you also remember do the thing, brain. There we go. There was also there was a half-orc male who carried a flaming warhammer, or not a flaming warhammer, flaming great axe. Sorry. You don't really recall his name. You didn't interact with him very much. He was. You two were never like stationed in the same place. He had a reputation of being very fierce in the battlefield, though. So you knew of him, you just didn't know him.
Okay.
There was also there was a dwarven male who you remember his name was he went by Ironside. He liked to punch things, from what you remember.
Best friend, best friend.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. Like the few times that you interacted with him, he would have been a drinking buddy had you been able to drink. He liked to get drunk and tell stories around the campfire. He was nice. You don't really remember what happened to any of these people, and the other names don't really come to you. You can tell you have the information, it's just locked away in that part that isn't fixed yet. Do you have your arcane awareness on?
Yes.
Always.
The mural is lit up in your
What type of magic?
vision. Divination. That has to do with seeing things, right? Technically.
Reveals
Either,
knowledge.
I guess. Yeah. So yeah, you would have to go up and actually physically touch the mural in order to understand why it's lighting up that way.
Like
But-
the mural.
I don't have a tongue,
Oh.
but I will touch it.
So you-
Excuse me?
On a butt.
You go up
I purposely touch
on a butt.
butt.
You can't reach. You can't reach. They're too tall.
Even if I get tall,
Even if you get tall, it's too tall.
I have like a 9-foot reach.
Find
You
Aster and
still
throw
can't
her.
reach.
Fine. No butts.
So you go up to this mural and you reach up and you sort of put your hand against it, and you get there's like a wave of arcane energy that sort of washes over you, and you get an image in your head, and it looks like this mural. It's all done in sort of that glass mosaic tile sort of thing. The whole vision is that way. You see an image of a battlefield blooms in your mind, and you see these people. They're fighting against untold number of enemies, and behind all of it is this huge black ink-like shadow with red glowing eyes. And in the middle of all this, you can see it looks like the river is flowing between all of it, and there's no sound, but it moves in your mind. It's very much like these mosaic tiles are like moving. It's very beautiful. A little bit more pretty than you remember that whole scene being. But you sort of watch as like these people, they fight, and at first it looks like the battle's not going well, but then they overcome the odds, and very like Simpson-like way, the God ray comes down and sort of shines on the battlefield on these people and like lights them up, and they sort of overtake everything, and they are victorious at the end. You see them. You can't really exactly tell what it is that they're doing just because of the nature of the mosaic tiles and stuff like that, but it gives you like an image of this shadow being wrapped in these glowing chains, and it sort of shrinks down to a smaller size, and you can see that it looks like it's asleep within those chains, and then the vision sort of ends. Bit more like frou-frou than you remember the whole situation being.
A little bit less
bit.
blood and oil spilled. Yeah. That's not a surprise. So the God Ray, did that shine on like all of the people on our side, or was that just on the Council of
Just
the
those
Mayors?
7. Just those 7. You remember something sort of like that happening, but it wasn't quite as dramatic. Like, the sky did sort of open up on, like, it was almost like it opened up on, like, your half of the battlefield. Like, the clouds sort of cleared.
Yeah.
But not not to the same way. Like there was obviously some artistic license taken with this.
It's a Council of Luminaries circle jerk. I got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I'll just kind of step back and my hands behind my back and just keep glaring.
Okay.
Of course. And then when I feel a sufficient amount of time has passed, I'll return to the light.
Okay, yeah. As you turn around to go, you see sort of standing there, just very curiously watching you from the top step leading off down that one hallway that you guys went down. You see Eerie just kind of looking at you. He sees you and he kind of nods and turns around and goes.
That figure. I'll just keep walking.
Okay. Yeah, eventually you return to the archive kind of as everybody else is coming back out. Aster is carrying one of the ethereal cats. It is curled up and fallen asleep in her arms.
I didn't know those things slept.
I didn't know they existed.
Me neither. They're cute.
I want to bring this home.
I don't think it can leave.
So let's give it a try.
But what if taking it
Okay.
outside will kill
Like
it?
steel.
You see the wheels turning.
Steam starts coming out of her ears.
Want to stay here, live with cat, but want to see outside. Could blow hole in roof.
That's a
Those are the thoughts.
very good line of
I'm
thinking.
going with it right now. Like,
Oh,
how
in
can
the
I
roof.
make this work?
It's a very Aster line of thinking is what it is.
Yeah. Like,
I can take
clear
the
out all
cat
the
and maybe it
people.
dies. I can leave it here and never see it again. Or I can blow a hole in the roof.
logic. Sadly, let the cat go.
Okay. Yeah, it's sort of like, rubs up against you and then
No.
flutters off.
This is
I
stupid.
told you guys were gonna lose your minds when you got here.
This is stupid.
This is your fault.
I don't want to play anymore.
DM,
Oh no.
chat would like you to verify
Jesus Christ.
the cat creatures. Do they have a higher intelligence than
Who?
any of the party?
Who wants to know this?
Ben? And confirmed by
100%
Eminence.
Ben.
I gotta look at their stat block. Just hold on.
Good chance of that.
I'm actually a quite intelligent barbarian.
What is everybody's intelligence right now?
12.
What's your
That's
intelligence?
personal.
That's
I'm the DM. I'm whatever that word is because I don't even know.
Right now?
Yeah, there we go.
all powerful.
Because
Is it
I'm really
right now?
fucking smart, you guys.
Theater also must know.
Mine is a
God, all my
16.
squirrels are here tonight.
Nosy.
Cedar, the cards are back on, okay?
Yes, cards and channel points, friends. You can use them. Just not the creature
Do it.
cards.
Yeah,
Do
the only
it.
thing you can't do is the creature ones.
Dragons.
I love you guys, but I don't trust you.
Do all of them. The same time.
What is Okay, Aster, Pog, what is your intelligence?
13.
Yeah, happy.
Hey!
Hey.
It's no, it's not smarter than any of these people.
Oh, yeah, we're smarter than the butterfly cats. Hell
Wow,
yeah.
that's a sad win, I think.
Time to celebrate, boys.
The ethereal butterfly cats. Yep. Smarter than them.
You're a goddamn
Maggie's gonna be so pissed she missed them.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
Well.
gift there, Ben.
All right. So by the time you guys all get done, it is getting to be pretty late in the evening. Is there anything else that you want to do? Do you want to head back to the Hunters Guild? You still have to have a conversation about where you're going.
Oh yeah.
We have a book to
Is there
deliver.
anything else you want to do while you're still awake?
I want to go back to the food vendors.
There.
You guys gonna regret that.
I want a soft pretzel.
Alright, so you go back to the chicken vendors who are still there.
I'm
Kenny
still
and Frank are still there selling chicken that ranges from NASCAR white to spicy.
I'm still carrying my like extra super spicy chicken because I don't eat.
Emily.
And I'm just carrying it
smash it into
around
your
to
face.
feel included.
We broke Emily, you guys.
The NASCAR white to spice, I just can't.
Yeah, that was a highlight for sure.
You know, I'll
So
just
funny.
say-
I don't-
To Kenny and Frank,
Uh-huh.
I really love your chicken. It would be a shame if I didn't tell you that I loved it. And a meaningful look to each of them.
Ah.
Because life is too short. Unless you're a warforged, because we can perpetually exist forever. But you're not. You're human, squishy. I'm
They
just
both
saying.
sort of look at you, and then they sort of look at each other, very confused, and then look back at you. Thank you.
Think rainbows. And don't let your fear stop you from doing anything.
Takes a second, but you see Frank, the porch light comes on.
Except jumping off a bridge, I would not recommend that. You can let your fear stop you from doing that.
Okay. So Kenny kind of looks over at Frank, and Frank, who's still looking at you, kind of making a face. Kenny's like, what are they talking about? Frank turns and he goes, you know I'm in love with you, right? And then so dumb.
Sorry.
So dumb.
Aw.
No, it's not. It's beautiful. Stop it.
Beautiful.
I regretted it as soon as I sent it. All right.
Aw.
Are we all there for this? Because if
Yes,
we
you are all standing there. Watch this happen.
I think Rachel.
Kenny gets kind of a aww look on his face, and the two of them hug and give each other a kiss. And it's very cute and very gay.
Beautiful.
And everybody's happy.
Yeah!
That's it. We can end here, and I'm happy.
Yeah, that's the first scene of the campaign, you
That's
guys.
the
You got Kenny and
campaign.
Frank together.
And
Good night, everyone.
If you enjoyed this moment of shipping, please join us when we play Thirsty Sword Lesbians, because that's literally all it is.
Hey.
Gay chicken. Gay
Yay,
chicken.
shipping! I feel
Oh.
much better. And I, without explaining myself or even looking at the rest of my party, I will just walk back to the Hunters Guild.
Okay.
I
And the
just
rest
look
of
at
you
Pog and I'm
following,
just
very
like,
confused.
I don't. What just happened?
Well, are you on Ram's shoulders or are you walking?
I don't know anymore. Where am I?
That's up to you.
I was walking for that, I guess, because I don't understand. And I'm still here.
Okay.
Oh, well, anyways. I guess
Okay,
I'll follow now.
so you all sort of run to catch up with Ram, who has just sort of walked off.
Chicken still in hand.
Yep. Random skewer of spicy chicken. It's very cold now.
Okay, I don't eat it.
No shit.
I don't have a mouth hole.
Just mash it into your face. And
Just like smear the spicy on my face.
Like a
I mean, it worked
toddler
with
an
the
ice
good berry.
That's true.
So-
That's true.
Like that bright neon red that all spicy food is. That's
Yeah.
all your clothes.
Yeah.
Probably look like
All
you
right.
just killed someone.
Accurate.
Probably.
Yeah, it would fit very well.
All right. So, as you're all walking back to the Hunters Guild, night has truly fallen now, and Aster, roll me a perception check.
Stewardess.
With my
I guess anybody can
eye.
roll a perception check if you really want, but nice job.
I perceive.
All things.
All right. So, Aster, as you're sort of trying to keep pace with Ram and her insanely long legs, wait for me, I got little legs.
Yeah.
As you are going through the city, you notice the divine gate in the sky. It sort of flashes and flickers for a second, and then very suddenly there is a sound like thunder. The sky lights up as the divine gate comes into complete full view, and stays for a moment, and then suddenly it like flickers in and out. Oh, hi, puppy. Sorry, I got distracted by the fucking dog.
Everyone, there's a dog in the air. It's a puppy.
Four-legged friend.
So the gate comes into full view and then sort of flickers for a second and then goes back into full view. And it fills the area with light like noon at midnight. And Ram, you because you're out kind of in front, you feel yourself lose power. And you fall forward and land sort of holding yourself up on one hand. Your eyes go dark. You cannot move. And you've essentially powered down, but you can still hear and you can still see, but you're looking sort of down at the cobblestone, so that's kind of all you see. A vision sort of crosses into your memory as you lose your ability to move. You see a hastily drawn sketch in the dirt of a village that you remember belonged to the enemy. You and Whirke, as well as a handful of other soldiers, are standing and studying the drawing, trying to determine the best way to take the village from the enemy soldiers that hold it. You hear approaching footsteps and look up to see two familiar figures. One, a celestial with long brown hair, a golden halo, white wings tipped in with feathers tipped in gold, and a concerned look on her face. She has two different colored eyes. One is brown, or one is gold, and one is teal. She's arguing quietly with her companion. The other is also a celestial, with dark blue hair cut into a mohawk, a silver halo, and an equally concerned look in her purple eyes. You know them as the brown-haired one is Rhirke, the other one is Keli. They were assigned to your group a few days back to help with the assault on the village. When they reached you and your companions, they kneel down beside you all in this sort of sketch that's in the ground. Rhirke sighs heavily and says, "This village was only supposed to be soldiers. We saw women and children among them. The orders from Zariel are, we take no prisoners." They both seem very upset by this. You hear murmuring amongst your companions. This is against everything your side has stood for. The orders coming from this archangel that came to help you fight have been getting increasingly violent and concerning. These two are visibly shaken. The vision fades, but you remember that battle well. Rhirke and Keli both fled before the battle ever started, disappearing into separate portals before you guys ever entered the village. You never saw Keli again, but Rhirke, you know the fate that she has met. Aster, you see Ram fall forward to the cobblestones, and as that you sort of move to go check on her, and just you can see that light that's usually in their eyes is no longer there. They cannot move, and as you go to sort of check on them, Your vision sort of swims for a moment as the divine gate sort of flashes overhead again, and you can see that well that you've been dreaming of. You are stuck inside. It's completely dark. You hear nothing but the sound of your own breathing. You look down where you saw those threads that led to your friends and see in shock and dismay that they have been severed and are colorless, laying against your chest. You shout, but you hear nothing. You beat your fist against the stone walls of the well in your own mind, and it does no good. No one can hear you. No one is coming to save you. Pog, you feel sick to your stomach and stumble sort of into Karani, who catches you just as your dinner comes up. There's a flash of light, and you feel breezes that drag at you. You hear laughter and voices that make little sense. Your frills light up with seed lightning, and Karani has just enough time to get out of the way as you send a small ball of lightning flying from your mouth, and it lands sort of on the cobblestones and fizzles there for a second before it goes out. You sit down hard, trying to catch your breath, and an image of Akadi blooms in your mind, her wings stretched back up into the thunderhead behind her, and she just looks at you, very concerned. Karani, you manage to get out of the way of Pog's lightning just as you get a vision of home as well. It's so vivid you can smell the trees and the fresh earth. You see that strange archway at the center of the Briarheart, covered in vines and hidden for the most part. You see Asira and Case talking softly and looking overhead at the sky. The gate clearly visible in the vision, but your focus is on Asira. Your vision flashes and you see your village is destroyed by fire, bodies everywhere, Case laying protectively over Asira's prone form. Then you all hear, at the same sort of time, in your mind, you hear humming, followed by words that only Karani can understand. And it's sad. It's so sad that you begin to cry without even realizing you've begun to cry. You see, as the words sort of fill your mind and basically your souls, you see an image that, let's see if Fantasy Ground will let me do it now. You all sort of get this image at the same time, and do the thing.
Ugh.
This image blooms in your mind, and as the image sort of blooms in your mind, it's a face with no eyes. You see a darkened halo and wings, as well as chains bound to the wrist and ankles. As this figure hums softly, eventually she looks up at you, and you know without a doubt she is looking at you. She can see you. And you hear her voice, deep and raspy, and she says, "I see you now. I see all of your faces. I will not forget." And then she sort of like, it's almost like she twitches, and it looks painful. And then her face sort of like relaxes a little bit, and she looks at you all and she says, "Save me." And then she like twitches again, and her face hardens into that same undead exterior. And there's another sort of flash overhead, and the divine gate goes dark. You can no longer see it. Ram, you feel yourself powered back up again, and the rest of you, your vision's clear. You are all very shaken from this. Ram, you sort of come to and look around, and you see your friends not looking great.
What was that?
I'm 100% not okay. And I say nothing, get up, and I run.
Okay.
I'll run after Ram. And, like, while we're close enough, can I use my emboldening bond thing? Does something
Sure.
for 10 minutes. I can't read it
Okay.
fast.
Can you share that picture again? I was just trying to share it
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
It went away. I didn't click
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
X. No, it's okay.
It was a literal flash.
I was just trying to share it with.
It's a little creepy.
It
Sorry.
was... No. It's
Oh, it's fantastic. I love it.
Give the people nightmares. Give them what they want.
I love things that give out nightmare.
Yeah, it's a little bit of nightmare fuel.
here you go,
Yeah,
chat.
it is.
For
There you go.
10
Take a look at that.
minutes-
Enjoy
horror right
that,
there.
guys.
Yeah.
Meet the first bad guy.
For 10 minutes, any of us can roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Aster and
God,
Pog, you both are sort of like sitting near each other as Ram takes off. Karini sort of right behind her.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
full
pick up
on like
Aster and run.
hunched down, arms around my knees, in shock, and see those two run off, and all I can think of is those threads disappearing and having major doubt about a lot of
You
things.
look down where those threads were. They're still intact.
Yeah, I don't think I would still be too shocked to move right now.
Pog, are you doing anything other than maybe throwing up again?
I throw up one more time, and as I stand up, like that, like little old man stand up, and I go, yeah. I start hobbling forward, and I pick up Aster like a cute little football, and I start like drunk running.
All right, so you guys are
Please.
madly chasing Ram through the streets. Ram, where are you going?
That's hilarious.
Which direction? Northwest, south, or east?
Looking at the... Where's the Hunters Guild again?
Hunter's Guild is on the west side of town.
Number 10?
11, I think. Do you need the map again?
Nope, I have it.
Okay.
You're headed that
Do the rest
way.
of you want the map for the city?
Maybe.
I can't
See, border
visualize.
free
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are just north of 3 right now. Ram has taken off which direction?
Sure, did we?
I'm
Okay.
heading...
Oh, okay.
I'm heading all the way west for the gates.
Like past 9?
Yep.
Okay.
Go away. Oh, did it.
Okay. So yeah, you take off running. You can hear Craney behind you. I believe you guys have the same speed.
I
Where
have
are
40,
Going!
40?
Yeah.
so 80
Oh.
if I'm dashing.
Oof.
Okay. And Pog, what is yours now?
My speed?
It should be what, 45 now?
I think so. Yes.
And you have Step
Okay.
of the Wind.
What is with these
Yeah.
fast people?
Monk, man, and Ram.
Monks and Ram.
Mox Ram.
So
That's
okay,
about it.
Ram is just running blindly through the city right now, and Karini's behind him, and eventually, Pog, you sort of overtake Karini, and you are still able to sort of, Karini and Pog make me, and I guess Aster can make perception checks. Aster, I would say at disadvantage
I was
because
gonna
you're still a
say.
little disoriented. Ram, make a stealth check if you're trying to hide from them.
No, I'm just running.
You're just running? Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you have... Oh, okay. So, Pog, you are... Wow, even with disadvantage?
It's still over
Damn,
20
girl!
advantage.
Alright,
Don't
Yeah,
add
it's
every
nine.
time. Okay,
Aster,
say
in
that
your sort of-
regardless.
in your sort of blind panic, you sort of look at those threads again, and you're able to see the one that leads to Ram, and you grab onto it, and you hold on with everything that you've got. And you're sort of able to guide Pog through the city and eventually you catch up with Ram as she reaches the western gate. You're probably gonna have to tackle her if you want her to stop.
Throw me.
Gonna launch you like a t-shirt gun, like boom.
Yes.
Whoa. Shot, but
Roll me a d20, and what is your strength modifier?
me.
Aster
Oh,
can't
dear.
milk weapon, right?
Aster's an improvised weapon.
My
Like
strength
really small, like a
modifier is
dart.
yeah, missile, you know.
I love the
+2.
visual of you using a tiny Yanti as a dart.
You gotta do
Yeah.
what you
Ready.
gotta do for your friends. Your like fingers pointed as you're like, woo!
Yeah.
My strength modifier is +2.
Okay, so roll me a d20.
Okay. Oh my fuck.
Oof.
Excuse
That was
me.
almost a
Whoa.
20.
Well, that's not
was
a
hoping-
one.
All right, so like you hear Aster
Aster's
tell you to throw her, and like you're just not quite ready for it, and like you do your best, but Aster's not very aerodynamic for one.
No.
Ram, you hear behind you, you hear Pog grunt, and then you hear Aster hit the ground about 15 feet behind you.
Oh my gosh.
Like
She
a
sort
little
of
wet
tucks and
toad.
rolls.
No, I don't roll. I just.
Flat.
I had full faith that she was gonna throw me, so I was ready to be like thrown, soaring. But then I just like face ground.
Okay, you take
I
3 points of
scream at
damage as you
splat.
skid across the ground.
I accept this damage.
3 skid mark
If I-
damage.
Ah.
I assume I'm still kind of far behind, so I'll just.
You're about like 10 feet behind.
So
You're about
that-
10 feet behind Pog.
Okay. I'll try and grab Aster and be like, come on!
Rugby. I'm just throwing her back.
You got about a split second to like catch your breath, and you're like, "Oh, son of a bitch!" Karini scoops you up and keeps running.
Yeah, I just lift
Are
my
you
head
still
up.
going around? Like, do you stop? Do you just keep going?
Not until I'm outside the gates.
Okay. Yeah. So, Karini, you scoop up Aster. You keep running. Pog, you keep running too. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. But I'll keep going. Just like kind of hiding my face, like Aster passes.
I'm
like,
sorry, I'm
"Woo!"
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Eventually, and Pog, because you're faster than the others, you catch up to Ram first as she kind of skids to a halt outside the gates.
Okay. We like make eye contact, like we turn to look at each other, like.
My eyes are on the sky where the divine gate opened.
The
Okay.
sky has gone back to normal. It's dark. You can see the stars just barely. They're very dim.
And I'll start shouting in Dwarvish.
Okay. Do any of you speak Dwarvish?
Feeling
I know I don't.
Oh god.
So you're
where
just
are
yelling
those?
with the Scottish accent? Is that dwarvish? Is it
Physically.
Scottish in the chat? What are you saying?
Haggis!
Yeah, no Dwarvish.
Alright, so none of you can understand what Ram is saying. They sound out of their fucking minds. But other than that, you have no idea what they're saying.
And you're still running, right? This whole time you're still.
No, stopped running.
Oh, you stopped. Okay.
Yeah, like a good 40 feet outside of Evanbreak Gate.
So like just outside the gates by 9, you're talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Away from like the city lights, so you can see
Yeah.
the sky clearly.
Yeah. You get out, and the noise and the light sort of drop off dramatically as you get outside, and you can't see the gate right now. The stars are very, very dim. You've never seen them this dim. Even back during the war, they were never this dim.
Ben, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Jesus Christ, what did he say?
You
So
cannot
other-
decrypt what Ram is saying. Ah, shame.
It's okay, we love you, Ben.
One of the bad ones, yeah, Ben. Sorry. So after I've finished shouting, I'm just gonna very calmly sit down on the ground.
Finally caught up. I'll sit down too.
I am not sitting near
Yeah,
Ram.
you
I
you
have to
catch
say.
up like midstream of whatever language this is.
Like,
Even Pog and Aster are just kind of like a little afraid to get too close right now. Well, I don't know if
just
Aster is, but
go
Pog's kind of like
across
And not
from
throw up
Ram,
again.
maybe like
throw up again. Oh no.
maybe like 5 feet in between us, but just like facing Ram, like.
Aster would just come up right behind Ram and like sit and like thunk her head like right against Ram's body. And she just says in a very small voice, "Don't leave me."
Don't make me cry. Keith. Not tonight.
I didn't want to. Where are my fucking Kleenex, yo? There it is.
We're gonna take a break now.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a break now for too many
Yeah,
feelings.
just a minute.
Too many fifis.
Sorry, you guys. Get it.
Guys.
Are you
What
guys
you would
okay?
do.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're fine. Are you okay?
No!
No.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
We're emotional.
A little bit.
Sorry.
Sorry, chat.
We're okay. Everything is fine. It's all fine
Everything's
here.
fine.
How are you? Everybody okay out there? Because you're part of the game too, and we want to make sure that everybody's okay.
Yeah, chat. Are you guys okay?
We had some
Alright.
fifis. We had a little chat. We're okay. Very, very important to us here that everybody is okay with how things are going. So that was a little bit of an abrupt be right back, but just wanted to check in. So we hope you guys are okay too.
Oh, dang. Jeez. Get ready for more fields, guys.
Yeah, I'm ready for him because
Okay.
So, we left off in the midst of emotional damage.
emotional damage.
Yeah. Ram, you sort of come back to yourself out of your rage
Rage
to
run.
little Aster. Yeah. To little Aster. Your chest plate flies open and Reggie storms out and looks at you. Mom, are you okay?
Buddy, I'm fine.
He looks at you. He like puts his hands on his little hips and looks at you.
The sass with you.
You see he is wearing a tool belt that he has designed himself. And he's carrying the little tools you got him.
It's so precious. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry for another reason. Precious little rat boy with his tool belt. You look adorable.
Thanks, Mom. You didn't answer the question.
I said I was fine.
Okay.
Just need to
Sort of
figure
glares
out
at
my
you.
own power source so I'm not connected to that fucking gate.
He kind of leans around you and looks at Aster. Is Aster okay?
No, she's mad at me.
He kind of like jumps off your lap and goes over by Aster, cuddles up against Aster's hand.
I would definitely pick him up and
Yeah. He like nuzzles up against you. Tell her it's gonna be okay, Mom.
Says it'll be okay.
look down at him, doing that whole Aster, like, are you lying kind of a thing.
He just looks at you.
Okay.
He's not lying. You can see.
I like your belt.
Thanks.
Thanks. Sorry I ran. I won't
I
leave you
accept your
behind again.
apology. Okay. It's okay if you run. But
Take
just
you
let
with
us
me
know.
next time.
Yeah, that would be better. That's ideal. Just don't try to throw me. That doesn't turn out well, apparently.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay, and I'll like pat her feet. Do a
Well,
medicine
you
check.
can see, like you can see she's got like just gravel skid marks on one side of her
Oh.
head.
There's like still like grass in my teeth. I'm
Yay! A medicine check that's
She's
not
got-
under 10.
She's a little banged up, like, but okay.
Okay. I'll just
Damaged emotionally, obviously, but
yeah. I'll just start like cleaning the grit and stuff out of and
okay.
try to throw you.
just turn towards
I start to
Pog,
move away.
following the movement of Pog as Pog moves away.
You look over just in time to see Pug throw up again.
Ooh.
You know, the one that's a monk at our party.
Never heard of her. Couldn't be me.
It just reminds me of the log rolling contest from Emily's first session, where you were just like, "I'm a shitty monk."
So
I'm a
good.
shitty monk.
It was so good.
I need that on a shirt. I'm a shitty monk.
Shitty monk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with that flashback, Aster's like, oh wait, never mind. That actually tracks. This makes sense.
Watch the Vactair merch store for the shitty monk t-shirt.
Here we go. I'll work on a graphic.
Okay, perfect.
Please.
Oh, man.
I mean, I feel like I would be the best one to throw you. Just putting that out there. Maybe Kirini, because she's taller and there's more. No? No? Okay. Okay.
She holds up her arms like spaghetti noodles.
It's like when they do the.
There's no muscle there at all. She's
Reverse ball.
Group hydrate,
Got like
friends.
SpongeBob arms.
no.
Oh, I don't have water right now.
Arrived Diet Pepsi. This is what I live on. Water's gross.
It's good for you.
Delicious,
I know.
actually.
It is good for you, I say, as I drink a Dr. Pepper.
I mean, I
Some
had a
gummy worm.
totally healthy. Well, I will. Yeah, just keep cleaning the grit and the stone and sand out of Aster's.
Yeah, you guys sort of take a minute to. I'm assuming you're not sitting in the middle of the road, but
Oh no, I'm sitting like in the middle.
in the middle of the freaking
I was
road.
gonna
Okay.
say, I assumed we were. I
Sure.
mean,
People are very confused. There are still wagons coming into town. And, like, they sort of go around you.
Let them stare. Let them look.
don't even acknowledge.
It's nighttime. I'm not shamed.
When are you ever shamed?
I don't have
Stop
shame. I wasn't
interrupting our
programmed for
moment.
it. We're having a moment. Get out.
We're having a moment. Ah.
We're having
Oh,
fifis
me.
and you're interrupting.
Do not
Oh, the
interfere with the pee-pees!
Why does your horse have to shit right there?
Oh, yeah, it's-
You know, I can
Yeah.
talk to animals. Maybe I can encourage them to do it further.
Please do not shit in this general vicinity. Thank you. Thank you very
Just,
much.
Mumbling
That's use of a
apologies
spell.
to
That's
horses.
use of a spell.
It's not a
We're
spell, it's just a
apologizing to
furbolg.
them.
It's a furbolg thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm
it's
just
a
like
furbolg, yeah.
apologizing as horses go by.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Aster in the
This
background
is
was just like,
speaking horse.
Won't be here long.
move
Carry
on.
Please hold it till you get to the gate.
You can shit on a guard. Extra points.
Especially if someone is named Bob.
Ah, fuck Bob. It's all his fault.
Wrong kind of apples, you guys.
I'm waiting for him to come back in just like the most awesome way possible.
I know.
Just
I mean, Cedar did make a character sheet for him, so.
oh no.
Something about me.
We're all gonna die.
Bub.
Nice.
We will all die at the hands of Bob.
He's gonna throw apples
the-
at us, but they're actually like fireballs.
It's like in a potato cannon.
It's like Sly's bag of shoes, but apples.
Yeah. I'm taking that shit. Cedar says Bob's gonna fuck with us.
I expect that.
Bring it on, Bob.
No other answer.
Well, see, Cedar hasn't seen Honey Heist yet, so Cedar doesn't know about the extra.
Cedar, go watch Honey Heist
Decide.
on our YouTube.
Oh.
So,
More stuff happened to Bob.
fucking poor Bob, man.
Whatever, he deserves it, because we decided he did. We don't know his life.
Oh man. Okay.
He's just carrying a crate, you guys.
So you say.
Oh.
Okay. So parts are still going around us. Kirani's making sure the horses don't shit directly in front of us.
Yep. Pug is done throwing up now.
That's good. That's good.
I'll throw up.
There's nothing left.
I'll get off the ground, put Aster back on my shoulders if she wants. Understand if she doesn't.
I would accept it this time.
I will just have feelings if she doesn't.
I
I am codependent. I need my snake.
She is your hat. It's okay.
It's my pashmina.
Cute.
Okay, let's tell me where to go.
We need to find you a new power source. Did you say that out loud earlier about needing a new power source? Or was that in Dwarvish?
You said it to Reggie,
I said it to Reggie. It would have been out loud.
so it was through your bond.
Oh, I probably would have said it out loud because
Oh, okay.
I think part of me doesn't realize that I can mentally speak to Reggie.
Okay, okay.
So
That's fine.
I'm not smart.
That's fine.
That should be that's at least for Aster a personal quest of finding new power source? Question mark? For Ram.
Maybe we can direct Pog's lightning into that.
There is something there. There is something there.
I think we need to go bother
Science.
Bilfis. No, Bilfis
Yeah.
won't be able to figure it out. He's got all those Warforged parts everywhere.
He's gonna kick down his door again.
I mean, we could just do that anyways.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not all like coked out again. That was weird.
It's Belfast.
Whose door do we need to go?
No, because there wasn't like a 7-foot tall freaking Warforged threatening him for new legs or anything.
I was having size issues.
I gotta
I
be the
need leg
biggest.
enlargers.
Look, I need to be the tallest person in the room. It's my only job on this stupid ship.
Oh, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah,
Yep.
my
It's a
favorite.
great movie. I love that movie.
I've got one job on this ship.
I'm
It's
gonna-
stupid.
I'm
but
gonna do
I'm
it.
gonna do it. Love that
I
movie.
love that one. So good. Alright, so Hunter's Guild. Is that where we're going?
Who knows anymore? Probably.
Perhaps we should get some rest.
You guys need
Probably.
to sleep. I don't need to sleep.
Yeah, let's
Just sleep in the middle of the road.
Yeah, let's just
You have to
Fish
speak
out.
to the queen at some point again, like the following day. But it's nighttime right now.
Sorry, we
So-
have to do what the following day?
You have to go back to the king and queen because they're either going to give you passage to Baguna or they're going to give you passage on the airships.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
we were
depends
gonna
on
talk
where you
about
wanna
that.
go.
We have to talk about
Yeah.
it. I think Karani is just absentmindedly humming that song to keep it in her head so she doesn't forget it.
It's very sad.
Actually,
Even the melody is very sad.
Do we hear her humming it?
I'm assuming if she's doing it out loud.
Well, you know how sometimes you just like kind of hum under your breath and you only catch like a note if you're the one listening every once in a while?
I mean, you guys can make perception checks to see if you hear it.
Granny sounds like a big bummer.
14.
You're bumming me out, man.
Oh,
Oh,
Could I roll a stealth?
Aster's still just not okay.
You know
Oh my
what?
God, I
Aster's
don't-
just very content being on Ram's shoulders right now that literally nothing else in the world matters.
Wow.
yeah, that tracks.
Wow.
That tracks.
Your one is still
I don't
better
want
than
to
You
mine.
talk about it.
do it because her stealth was bad.
You still hear it.
Even after you hear this, you're still a
Wow.
little uncomfortable, but you still hear it. That's like a Keylight stealth roll.
That's real bad.
That's amazing.
Oh boy.
Jump to the physical stats.
You weren't trying very hard, were
All
you?
downhill.
I'll wait until we get back to the Hunters Guild and we kick somebody out of a room and take over their bedroom before asking about the song.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys make your way back to the Hunters Guild. Kason is still there. He looks at all of you a little confused. You can tell that there's something wrong, but he doesn't really, like, move to stop you or anything. He just kind of...
You dropped my chicken. I just walk upstairs sadly.
Everyone's just kind of like,
Yeah, he's really confused because he has no idea what the fuck happened.
That tracks.
He was like, walk past him, like, okay. He goes back to reading his copy of Tusk Love.
I don't have to read that.
He's busy.
There, I went to look for like books and stuff that you guys had looked for this last time around while I was getting the ones for Elise ready. There is a fan fiction of Tusk Love that is available if you would like it. It's hilarious.
Hell yes.
I'd like it for
will
research
send it to you.
purposes.
I need it
It's
for science.
Hilarious.
For some.
For science only.
That was my excuse too, was that I need this for science.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of science involved, but sure, I'll send it to you.
Just call me a scientist.
Oh my god, it's real? Oh no, that's gonna be saved
Well,
for later.
So it's a fan fiction, but it is a thing.
There's lots
So-
of things.
Yeah.
Well, I did buy a copy of Tusk Club for everybody
Here you go.
because she had like 15, so I bought
Yeah,
6
You bought
copies.
6 of them.
So everybody, you get a copy, and you get a copy, and you get a copy. Have some smut.
That to my inventory.
I think I can put it in the party inventory, and you can pull it from there.
Oh, I'm gonna pull it.
We're so focused on getting it. Like, yes,
I
you
see
get your
you.
hands on it.
Pulling it.
Excuse me?
Aster said it, not me.
No regrets.
There you go. Now you guys can go and grab it out of the party sheet. You should be able to go in there and grab one of them and just drop it on your inventory. Or do I have to do it?
No, they should be able to pull it right from the party inventory.
Okay.
Yes. I know where that is. I know what I'm doing. I'm not searching for where this is. Nope. That's not
Upper
what
right
this
hand
is.
corner.
Under
Upper right-hand corner.
tools. And it looks like a bunch of people standing in the box.
It's like the second button is right next to the swords.
You have to make sure tools is open.
I found it by myself. Thank you.
Yep, totally by yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely didn't guide you at all. Nice. And you just, yeah, drag that onto your inventory.
I don't know if you... Oh, I did!
Did it.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'll post
once
the link later.
once we've like shut ourselves into the room that we've just kicked somebody else out of.
Yeah.
That's
An
our
elderly couple.
I mean,
This is just
the
your
only way to
your
get a
thing.
room.
This is what you do.
we need
we
a
like
room.
purposely look for a room that's already taken.
It needs to have
to
2
throw them
beds
out.
so we can mush them together and make one big bed. Never mind if there is a
Yeah.
room with one big bed. It has to be 2 separate beds that we mush together.
Well, you find a room
So
that's got 4 beds in it, so
Even
my
better.
God.
Mush all of them together.
Massive bed.
The king of beds. I hear they
Yep,
call this
pretty
a California bed.
Hmm.
When it's this big.
Sure.
Yeah, he's some inventor from like, Avirus.
Yeah.
Ooh, unfortunate name.
And there was only one bed.
Tell that guy to stay away from the character named Montana. Ha 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 ha! Let's move on.
MON space TANA.
Mo Natana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Monatana. I love it.
Anyways.
Like elvish apostrophes right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking elves, man.
Keeps making worse than some of the other names y'all have given me, so. I mean, there's fucking Bob.
Well,
Yay.
mine was kind of a pain in the butt. I feel bad about it. It's like, I'm gonna come up with a weird spelling.
Like, are we even saying it right?
You succeeded.
Most of the time.
Okay, perfect.
This is the only one who doesn't say it correctly.
Maggie?
Mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like that
It's
would
so
be
funny
that's
every
Elise
time.
though.
Possible.
Yeah, I really think it's just Elise.
Like aside from Maggie not being able to pronounce it correctly, like just that's Elise.
It's the lore
He's,
now.
he's fine.
You should maybe spell it out phonetically to make it a little easier for
I can't even say my character's full name properly. I still don't know how to say it. So.
Asteraces.
I believe it's Asterase.
Oh.
I tried to listen to a pronunciation of it a couple of different times, and I was like, that sounds like it. But I don't know.
Asteraces.
There you go. Anyways.
Alright, so once we were inside,
Yep. Assuming you shut the door,
Yep.
make sure nobody can get in.
I just sit in front of it.
There you go.
So what are we telling the king and queen tomorrow?
Something about them. Let me read the notes I wrote in my mind.
This was only a few hours ago. I don't know why I can't remember.
It feels like it was a week ago, you guys.
Notes. I should probably be writing those. Alas.
Yeah, for those.
Well, they said they can get us to Baguna. For all the
You need the Phixius map
Nope, I
so
got
you
it.
can kind of take a look.
Oh, I have it.
I'm in everybody else, but
Nah, they don't need it. Or they can send us to Balls. What is it?
Balls? Benoit?
Was it?
well, they can send you to Baguna, which is like an instantaneous thing,
Yeah.
or they can give you passage on the airships, which depending on which one you get on, you're aiming for Avirus eventually is. But they said that if you go to Baguna, the Order of the Fern will help you get to Avirus or close to Avirus. You're not really sure exactly where they're going to get you, but over in that direction. So it sort of
there's a
depends.
virus. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like lower left
oh no.
on the coast.
Oh no.
Are you having issues?
I'm having so many issues right now. It's a good thing no one can see my screen.
We
Well,
can
I
see the
can see
arrows that
putting
you're
them-
drawing.
I can't. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll get rid of them. It's fine.
I'm trying to shrink the map, but I just.
Your wheel.
Ooh.
The wheel on your mouse.
Oh, I thought I
I
thought
don't
put it
have a
somewhere to be-
mouse.
Hang on.
Oh.
Did that put it so that it's the correct size for you?
It did, but then I did things, and now it's not. It's fine. It's fine. I'll stop touching.
Just be like this forever.
Who
I was
just
wondering if there was an arrow on there before. I was like, what the heck?
Hey, Baguna! Hey.
Yeah. So
Wow, I
Baguna
did it.
is north of where you guys are right now, and Avirus is southwest.
Yes.
If we go to Baguna, they can probably teleport us to Avirus. Alternatively, we can just take a sky ship. And I don't mean that in the way of stealing one. Much.
Ugh.
To Avirus.
It's not off the table.
It is not off the table.
It doesn't. I don't. Does it go all the? I can't look at my own freaking notes here.
What?
Nothing. I'm talking to myself. I didn't think the skyship went all the way to Avirus. I thought it stopped in Blackspire.
I wrote that down.
Oh, hey, we have guild quests too.
Yeah, we do.
Skyship.
Heck. Oh, the dragon!
We make friends with the dragon could take us there.
It only goes to Tithys Crossing. That's as far as you can go on the airship. Which is just across the river, yeah. Or if you're feeling brave, you can go to Veltodir and go that way, but that's longer distance.
Probably should not go to Veltodir.
No
All I
reason.
heard was we should go there.
No, I don't think we should.
What did you do?
Kill the whole family.
Oh, well,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
the-
Here.
There's worse things.
There's worse things.
I mean, they did deserve it. Putting that out there. Reiterating that fact. They did deserve it. But I kind of had to be smuggled out. And I am not very smuggleable.
Yeah, how did you get smuggled?
Actually, the guy downstairs, his sister got me out. Or his cousin. Yeah.
Kaya.
Kaya. I think we should just...
and
Sorry, go ahead.
sorry, so it would be the ambling aura that you would want to get on to go to Tithys Crossing that just left when Pog got stabbed.
Damn it,
That was
Pog!
the one. That was the one that left.
I know.
Fucking Pog.
I know. Get
I
stabbed.
know.
How dare you get stabbed?
How dare! The
I'll
audacity!
try harder to.
I took a screen grab of your guys' face because it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Saw that.
It was so funny.
If that is where bad stabby person is going, perhaps we should try to take a faster way to get to Avirus and see if we can beat them.
That is the code name. Bad stabby person.
Bad
officially.
stabby
I
person.
mean, we don't know where she's going from there. She could go literally anywhere from Tithys Crossing. She could have gotten on the ship and jumped off, for all I know.
But isn't she looking for those items?
I don't know what she's
Did-
looking for.
She gave Pog a necklace.
Yeah, she's part of the
when-
Children of Air.
Okay.
Yeah. Calais is part of the Children of Air as well, and she's in Avirus, so.
Well, it takes, what, 2 days for the... 2 days for the ambling aura to get to Tithys, and then 2 days back, is that right?
With that one, hang on, I gotta look at my notes.
I have the ambling aura goes from Evanbrake, Craigside, Tithys Crossing, and back. And it takes 4 days.
Yeah, so it would take, like, so Craigside and Tithys Crossing are, like, literally across the river from each other.
Yeah.
So it takes about 2 days to get to Craigside. They spend a little bit of time there, get loaded up, go to Tithys Crossing, get loaded up, and come back. So, yeah.
If we can go to Baguna and only spend 1 day there, regardless of what happens, and they can zap us over to Avirus, We'd be there a day early, at least. Because it would probably take, what, a day from Tithys to Avirus?
On foot? No, way longer.
Way longer? How long?
Oh yeah.
Like-
If she goes on foot, it's gonna take close to a week.
So probably, what, 4 days on horseback? Ish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those sky ships, they go about 200 miles in a day.
Yeah.
We just don't know if they have another faster way to get there from Tithys. Thing.
You can roll me a history check if you want. You went through there.
Are you ready
Everyone
to be
looks at Pod.
amazed by my terrible rolls?
Hey, that's good!
Wasn't horrible.
So when you were coming through Tithys Crossing, headed towards Craigside to get onto the Sky Song, you were headed to Blind Grove. Sorry, you do remember hearing that there was a small presence of the Children of Air in Tithys Crossing. You don't really have a lot more information than that, but because it didn't really mean anything to you back then, it was just something that you had heard. You had heard rumors of them there.
Well, I think we should take care of the 2 Hunters Guild quests here. Go to Baguna.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if we should we leave now, but then we have these 2 that are here. Get those out of the way. Could help get us our money built up maybe, and that might be handy for where we're going.
So, the west of town, a day or so walk. There's some grass, sentient grass that's attacking them. And if we bring one back alive, it's extra.
It's grass.
And then the north edge of the forest, I'm assuming like right to the west of Ebonbreak? Like right there?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of. Yeah.
So I pretty much almost ran there.
Yeah, I mean, you're not that far, really. Like, when you went out the gates, if you go south and a little bit west, you're not that far from where he was last seen.
Yeah. So maybe we go deal with the dragon,
And the grass.
then
We
the
do
grass,
both.
and come back.
And
Go to Baguna. Spend a day in Baguna, and then go to Avirus.
I like that plan.
Sounds solid.
we could do both of those quests right after another, potentially, because they should
Yeah.
be in the same direction.
Yeah. And we have the horses. So we're not on foot.
You could potentially reach where Endrias is in about a half day if you walk. So
Oh wow. Okay.
they weren't kidding when they said that he was like really close to town.
Really
There's a
close.
reason he's stealing sheep.
Yeah. Okay, let's.
Silly dragon.
That sound like a good plan?
That's the plan.
No.
Yes.
Say no.
We said y'all.
Oh.
I just want to
That
kill him.
sounds like bad.
I heard no.
I heard no too. I was like, what?
Okay, well, what do you suggest? Since I'm just gonna go over here and have, rejection sensitivity disorder over here by myself.
I said y'all.
I'm fine, really. Everything's fine.
I'm a perfectly functional person.
I'm totally functional. I have all my
That's
feelings
how
in
we
check.
all are.
You're just crammed down there in a box, and then when it's opened, it's like Pandora got out.
Yeah.
Oh god!
Ah, fuck.
Say no.
Uh,
Yeah, I like that plan. I vote for that.
so after we
Kirini?
confirm. Yeah, what do you think, Kirini?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
See, that's how you respond positively, Pog. Not just like some random grunt that could be construed one way or the other.
Just over here like.
I think
What
that
was
means
that?
yes. I think.
Like
Or
a
no?
like little old man.
As soon as we confirm that, I shut down. I power down.
Ooh.
Okay.
I emotionally shut down.
Don't do it,
4
man.
hours. Need my 4-hour rest.
I
Yep.
just keep humming that song as everybody falls asleep.
That's
Everybody has nightmares.
yeah.
Yeah. No
Thanks.
shit.
That was the big bad on and on.
Yeah.
Oh, this eyeless skeleton bitch. What do you expect? That's gonna haunt my nightmares.
Sorry.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
thanks for that.
Well, you know.
So it's okay. I've only been watching ghost hunting all week. It's fine. Everything's fine. Totally been sleeping
Dangerous
great.
game.
And my neighbors are shooting off fireworks. I apologize if you hear explosions.
Oh, I just thought you farted.
Yeah, bye.
So mad. Is it because I said I thought you farted?
No, it's
Farts
because
are
my neighbors are
funny.
fucking rednecks.
Oh,
So they like
that's so
redneck
fun.
spicy.
You gotta love it.
I mean, if I really like, if I wanted to go get drunk, they're where I would go.
Are they NASCAR white?
Is it?
Spicy?
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways,
Lord.
Kitty.
okay. So you're going to Endrias first, then, because he's closer.
Yes.
That's the plan.
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure I pull up the correct encounter. Okay.
So after my 4 hours, I wake up and I frantically start knitting.
Do the rest of you actually get in bed, or do you just curl up around Ram?
I made a giant
Who's on the
California bed for you guys. You better fucking sleep in it.
I'm in that
Yeah, but you're
bed.
like sitting on the floor in front of the door, aren't you?
I'm protecting everyone. And I'm not comfy. I'm made of metal.
Okay. Anyways. Yeah. So you all get your sleep. It is not an easy night for anybody. Everybody has nightmares. Even Ram has nightmares, which is new.
Intrusive thoughts.
Ram has the unfortunate of knowing her before and after. So that is why you see visions when you sleep.
Would not recommend.
10 out of 10.
Like
1
2
star
out of
Yelp
10.
review.
Okay, so yeah, morning comes. Everybody is. You sleep, but it was not a good night. You wake up. Ram is on the floor in front of the door, knitting fiercely.
Like hyper focused. Must
That
knit.
visual of
Must
like.
knit.
So after you wake up from your 4-hour stasis, Reggie comes out, and he's got his little tool belt, and he sits kind of on your knee, and he looks like he's working on something.
What you doing, son?
I'll show you when it's done, Mom. And he kind of like, he holds it up so you can see a little bit what he's working on, but it looks like some sort of clockwork bug.
Okay. As long as it's not a spider, that's fine.
Kind of looks like a beetle.
Okay.
It's a mechanical June bug.
Is it gonna clean the honey? Like, why is there so much honey in my chest plate right now?
Explain.
Because it's really sticky in
Oh
there.
no!
To find out
Oh,
why, be
no.
sure to check out Honey Hive.
Honey Hive,
Honey Heist on our YouTube channel.
you know. legend.
Y'all wrong for that one. Wrong.
Did you watch it, Maddie?
I watched a bit before I had to do some readings, but like the voices were just so, he's just bear voice. I was like, continue.
Fantastic.
No.
Oh, no.
Normally, I am an outrageous character. Aster is outside of my norm.
Oh my goodness.
I love my little chaos demons. It's okay.
So, like, are you gonna clean this up, or do I need to get like a sock? Is that what this is all about?
Or a washcloth.
No, you look sort of like in your chest cavity, and it is spotless in there.
Oh, thank you. Only my
You
body,
can
and
feel
you're
him
making
kind of
it
moving
sticky.
around in there. You can feel him moving around in there when you were like powered down. You can really tell what he's doing. Now you sort of know what he was doing.
Cleaning up his goddamn mess is what he was
We'll never
doing.
know.
You need a sock?
You just dropped this peanut butter and jam toast, okay? Happens to the best of us.
Always face down too.
As soon as there's carpet around, your toast is like. No comment. Oh no. I'm gonna log
Why
off.
are you
I'll
down
see
here,
it.
I was waiting,
See
Maddie.
you
I'm
later.
sorry.
That took me a minute.
The carpet, face down in the carpet, like.
I'm just gonna go to bed. I think I've worn out my welcome from God.
Oh,
No, you're just getting warmed up. Keep going.
I will not.
Good times.
Not in my good Christian suburbs.
Anyways,
All
There
right.
you go.
Well, while he's fiddling with his beetle, which is totally not what we're calling it from now on.
Why did you say it like that?
I said it like that on purpose.
War is hell, mother. Come get me.
said what you said. Can't take it back.
Oh.
Not in my Christian Minecraft server. I'm just gonna keep knitting, and I'll make him like a little, like I'll tear off like 2 strips of the pearls and everything, so he's got like a little scarf,
Hmm.
and then I'll go back to knitting frantically.
Yeah, so your rat is wearing a tool belt and a scarf now.
That's all you need.
Yep.
What a look. He's serving.
He's so fucking cute. The little emo swirls and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Me circa
It's like 3 different looks
2015.
just like smooshed onto this rat.
I swear to God,
Grandpa,
I forgot about
emo,
this
and
fucking
rat.
I forgot about this fucking rat until we got started, and then now it's a thing. So
Still need to repaint him.
Oh, now you just need to add a scarf and like the little whoosh.
Yeah.
and the
His
little
little
yellow,
belt.
the little piece of cloth around his arm.
Yep.
And
Yep.
his little like
And his attitude.
And a tool belt.
His attitude. Anyways, morning
Dragon.
comes, everybody wakes up. You can go down and have breakfast if you want.
Don't forget to apply a long rest.
Do you guys use spells?
I used arcane awareness.
Oh, okay.
I guess
There
I
was some
lost
damage.
Health from, you know, being
That's-
thrown into the dirt.
And Pog got stabbed.
Yeah,
Why
I
do you
still
have
got
40
stabbed.
damage?
Who?
Aster does.
I don't know.
Did I do things wrong? That's
Obliterated.
probably.
I don't know. I was looking. I was like, alright. Yeah, for some, I do that every time. Rest. Do the rest. Unrest. There we go. Okay, there. For some reason you had 3 hit points left. So.
Oh.
Oh, I did that backwards.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
that
meant
makes
to take
sense.
away 3 hit points, not have just a 3 hit points.
Mm.
Oh.
When I play in person, I count up to my hit points.
Ah.
Oh, what?
Okay, Taliesin.
I was gonna say, isn't that what Taliesin Jaffe does?
Yeah, it does.
It's the same thing, yeah. I thought that was hilarious when I found that out. Alright, so, and there goes fucking Fantasy Ground.
Yeah, Fantasy Grounds!
We said his name, can we
It's
tag
been
the
good
roll
until
or
now.
video?
First, as soon as we're looking at combat here.
What was that
Not a
on?
the
proper
real one,
session without it
Grounds.
crashing.
I'm still in.
For now.
Well, you fancy.
You crashed on me earlier, does that count?
Here you go. Okay, so you go down and have breakfast.
Here it goes.
Uh,
Meh.
I mash a
Ram.
muffin on my face.
there you go. She's got like. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that out loud. Never mind.
Got spicy chicken fingers.
I was going more for like the banana nut, but it's okay.
Okay, perfect. That works too. Spicy banana nut.
Sorry.
Spicy banana.
Okay, we're all 12-year-olds here. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'll leave. I'll show myself out.
All right, so
We need to take a different kind of break, everybody.
Charge our batteries, as it were.
Oh.
Oh, no shame.
None whatsoever. So breakfast.
Yeah. You have breakfast. Ram, I'm assuming, knits through the whole thing.
Yep.
You are able to. Are you taking your horses? What are you doing here?
Yeah, we're taking the horses in the wagon.
Okay. So yeah, you travel and with your horses and cart. It doesn't take super long to get sort of where the instructions sort of sent you. And I gotta put everybody on the map here so we can see what we're doing. Maybe. Fuck you, Fantasy Grounds. Fuck you.
Fantasy Ground answers to no one.
Doesn't even answer to itself. How shitty it is.
It's pretty metal.
I mean, I was just gonna say that's kind of admirable, honestly.
Very punk rock.
Kind of badass.
God damn it, Ben.
So I want to know.
I do.
Knitting Through Breakfast, an autobiography by Ram, written in Dwarven, encoded in binary.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
How do you say
Offie, do
fuck
you wanna-
off in binary? Alright?
Do you want to run Elise just in case?
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, I won't put her on the map. So. All right, cool. So, you you can only take your cart like into the woods so far before the trees are just too close together for the cart to go through safely.
Mhm.
But you are far enough into the woods that you are pretty sure they'll be okay.
Got it.
But eventually, sort of following the directions, you come to you come to a clearing that's got a massive hollowed out tree inside. And you see, maybe, do the thing. Did it do the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's so pretty.
Rainy, this place feels very much like home. The energy here feels very much like home. But at first you guys don't see anything at first, but eventually you do hear what sounds like noise of some kind coming from inside the tree. What would you like to do?
Do I just go punch the dragon?
Let's be a little stealthy first,
I'd-
just to
a
make
stealthy
sure it's
punch.
just the dragon and no other surprises.
I'm super
No,
not
right.
stealthy.
So you should just maybe hang out for a second. Who
Okay.
is stealthy? Do we even have a stealthy person?
No.
You have a fucking monk.
Oh. But
I'm a mad monk.
shitty monk.
I believe in you.
Yes.
That.
Hashtag shitty monk.
Take shitty monk.
Well,
Buy my merch.
Start using that when I'm promoting the stream.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're going stealthily, I need stealth checks from people.
Apparently I'm staying precisely where I am, so I'm not...
Oh, gosh, diddly darn it.
Gosh
don't know if I
diddly
want-
darn it.
I have 0 for stealth, so
Here you go,
you're
Pog.
monking! You're monking!
I'm doing a sneaky.
Oh,
Hashtag shitty cleric.
yeah.
Crazy.
I know this guy though, right?
We did.
You do.
So I'm just walking up like, Endrias!
You're like hitting a pot with a spoon.
You see Pog like stealth roll into a bush, and you just see like her snout sticking out. Karaini just walks right up.
I do like a bird call, like, caw. It's clear.
Do like hand motions.
So yeah, as Karini was walking up, Endrias, you see stepping out from inside of this tree trunk here. You see a green dragon, and he sort of stops and he looks at all of you. And he looks at Karini.
Hey! What are you doing up here?
Could ask you the same question.
Well, we had heard there was someone eating sheep.
Well,
Is that you?
I mean, boys gotta eat.
Sure. Perhaps you could find a place with like wild sheep that are not part of a farmer's livelihood, eh?
The mountain sheep are so bony. The sheep around here are fat with years of laziness in the fields. Prefer that.
I mean, I understand. But sometimes, you know, we have to make compromises to avoid conflict. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I assume I'm in front of everybody, so I don't know how to move myself. I just drew an arrow.
Sorry, is it locked? There. Okay, now try. You should be able to move your token now.
Maddie's just being a chaos demon in chat. I apologize.
I'm so sorry.
See
What
it
did
though.
you do?
God, Kirani, you can't just ask people if they eat sheep. And later, these sheep are dummy thick.
God, Urania, you can't just
What?
ask.
You can't just
How
ask
dare
somebody
you.
that. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
How dare you?
I love that. Oh,
My eyes are watering.
good.
Oh
I
man.
also appreciate the Euro comment. Eat
What?
sheep, Euros are bomb.
Mm.
That's a good one.
Heroes are bomb.
Anyway. What the fuck were we doing? Oh yeah.
Trying to convince him to go eat the skinny mountain sheep
Yeah.
instead of the dummy thick
Their
farm sheep.
leader.
He sort of looks
The
at you,
hell?
Karani, and like he kind of sniffs the air a little bit, and he says, "You can tell your friend to come out of the bushes. You know that they're there."
My like, little nostrils.
Yeah,
like,
his nose
flare
is sticking out of the.
Wilson from Home Improvement.
Yep. Or Ram looking over the board at the fair.
Yes.
You Aster and Ram, you just see Pog's head kind of poke up out of the bush that she dove into.
Oh shit. Where do you come from?
Stealth. It's like sing back to him. You didn't see nothing.
Like Homer Simpson back into the bush.
Yes.
Surely there is some sort of compromise we can come to. There might be some other better crop elsewhere. Where evil people raise sheep, I don't know.
Can I suggest a vegan diet? You can be a real douche about it if you say you're vegan. You can say things like, I don't eat animal byproducts. And just be like a general piss off to everyone around you.
I love that you're like shouting this like 50 feet away.
Yeah. I don't need thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy needs me.
Yep.
True.
Oh, so good.
I'm putting that on a shirt.
I like it.
And also hashtag shitty monk.
Hashtag shitty monk. I don't need that.
And assert dominance is another request.
Yeah. Endrias just sort of looks at you, Karini, and he says, "But what's in it for me?"
You don't die. I don't say that out loud.
I'm just afraid that the folk around here will get so upset about their sheep being stolen, because that's what it is, Endrias, let's be honest. Perhaps they might come after you, and I know that you're actually not a bad fellow, and I don't want bad things to happen to you, so I'm trying to look out for you. We all are trying to look out for you. I'm like waving them forward, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, and I'll move forward.
I move forward saying, I'm not here to look out for you. I don't know you on a personal basis.
I ninja roll to the bushes like, ah!
She has one good stealth check and thinks that she's a good monk.
Pog, roll me a
I'm
performance
milking it, okay?
Pog, roll me a performance check.
Acrobatics.
No, don't do this.
I guess it could be acrobatics.
Too late, it's a
No!
What? Yeah.
How do you
Hashtag
have...
shitty monk lives.
What?
I go to the bushes and I fart.
you just sound like a chicken.
You guys see Pug launch herself out of this bush, right? And she goes to like spin over and like land on her feet. However, she gets stuck on her own spikes and kind of gets stuck there for a second. It messes up her roll, and eventually she just kind of like stands up.
Don't look at me.
It took like a good 10 seconds of everyone just watching this happen.
She's an Endrias just sitting there going,
Yeah!
Uh,
Tears running down my
Oh,
face.
anyway.
Yeah.
I
What do you
appreciate
say?
the effort on that performance. That was just metal clanking together.
I'm gonna go cry now. Like hobble away with a sore back after that.
picking dirt clumps out of your spikes.
Duh.
Twigs from the bushes.
Bollocks.
Yep.
Aster, being Aster, it's like, oh, I see you're still continuing with the shtick of being a shitty monk. It's still working. You're doing good.
I Homer Simpson into the bush again.
Anyway, so what do you say, Endrias? How about moving along, finding evil sheep somewhere, and eating those?
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
But
I know, I'm
dragons.
really
Because I'm helping you.
Oh. Wait, how do I do disadvantage? Oh, here, down here. Persuasion. Did I do that right? I don't know if I did that right. Nope. Didn't do that right. Hold on. Ooh.
He kind of sits like very much like a dog almost. He kind of sits on his like hindquarters and he looks at you and is your other metal friend here? You think he's talking about Case?
Oh, Case. No, I'm afraid Case is back home. But this is my new friend, Ran. They're great.
Yeah.
Crickets chirping.
He kind of looks at Ram and Aster and like Pog's nose sticking out of the bush again. Yep.
They're all very nice. We're just here trying to help.
Hate starting over in a new place, but he looks at Ram and he's like, I don't necessarily want to die today.
Wise decision. Perhaps we can help. Maybe we could... One of us could come up with you, or a couple of us. We could scout out different directions. See if we can help you find something. Sort of swooping around.
He
I've
kind
always
of
wanted
like-
to fly.
He kind of like bristles almost, like, and he looks at you and he says, I am not some common low dragon that you can ride like an animal.
No, I was thinking more like you could pick us up like prey or something, and we could look out from your feet.
He kind of looks at you and like he's not very big. Like you can see that he is a young dragon. He's not very old.
Okay.
And he says, that is not necessary. I will let me gather my things. And he looks at Ram again.
Cricket's still chirping.
Yeah. he like you can see he kind of wanders back into the tree for a second, and like you can hear him rummaging around in something, and he comes back out, and like he's carrying in his mouth he's got what looks to be a chest of some kind, and he sets it down in front of him for a second, and then he looks at you, Karani, and he says, I am not the only one who has discovered what is in your home.
Do you mean by that?
He kind of looks at you and like, she is in danger.
Yep, I know. And I'm going to kind of walk up slowly with like my hands out and take 100 of the gold pieces I have and kind of offer to put them in the chest.
He sort of like lifts the lid up, and you can see like this thing is fucking full of shit.
There was a bug. Yeah, I'll just put 100. I'll put 100 gold pieces in there.
Okay. You do, and he closes it quickly. And he says, she is not in danger from me. However, there are rumors. And you know there's no smoke without fire.
You know.
I know what she is and what she can do. Even I don't want that.
Thank you for keeping it to yourself. And for the warning.
I better not ever see you again. And he like grabs the chest and he flies off.
What a jerk.
You want me to throw something at him?
An apple.
Oh,
I could throw an Aster at him.
Throw an apple.
throw an apple. Do we have any apples? We just carry the.
No, I don't think
Carry
he's
the
left unless
Ram.
Ram has left over.
Ram just has a
Some
satchel
rotten-
full of apples, I think.
Just always ready.
Ram just carries a full bushel now, just in
Yeah.
case.
Just in case.
Always.
A bag full of bees. Like
Not
sperm.
the bees!
You're dead.
Yeah, you guys watch as he kind of does a loop around the clearing, and then flies off to the north somewhere.
North somewhere. Well, that will at least get him off of the back of the folk around here. Who knows where he'll end up?
I'm sure
Maybe he
it
really
will not
can't
have
fight.
any issues in the future. We will never hear from him again, ever.
Or if we do, I mean, we'll just get more money for helping get rid of him again. There could be a business here. He flies somewhere. Oh no, dragon!
We can
should bid.
split it with
Save
him.
them.
Perhaps next time we talk to the farmers instead of the dragon and set up some sort of tithe.
I don't think you should play into a
believe it's
dragon's
something
ego
called
like
Dragonheart.
that. No offense, Pog, but I don't think that's a good thing.
Listen, I'm the monk here. I think I know what's best.
Hashtag shitty monk.
I'm a shitty.
Pound sign. Shitty monk.
Karini, you don't speak Draconic, do you?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so yeah, all of that was in common. You guys all heard that. You heard the warning that he gave Karini.
Sorry, I had to poop. What was the warning?
It's fine. He warned her that Asira is in danger. Or that somebody is in danger.
Said someone I know is in danger, and he knows what they are and what they can do, and even he doesn't want to mess with that. Is that what it was?
Yeah. He has no interest in getting involved with that.
And who is Asira?
The leader of my village.
Of your village. And we don't want to mess with her?
No.
Why?
She's much more powerful than any of us put together. And other reasons.
Is she a god?
No.
Irini,
Demi?
if somebody asks you if you are a god, you say yes.
Were you asking me, or were you asking about my leader?
Both.
Either way, the answer is no.
Like poke Kirini's cheek. Yes.
Yeah, Karini's definitely keeping something.
So we're not going to talk about who your leader is and what they do? Who is your daddy and what do they do?
I am not allowed to say any more.
Why?
Well,
Are you
It's
like...
dangerous. We're all involved.
could you can we play charades?
Well, I want to see you try to charade this out.
I don't think I could.
How many words is it? I've got 3 fingers.
I have more to help. How many?
Like a book's worth?
You're not good at this game.
It's a lot. Look, it's complicated, and it would be a mess.
Have you met us?
Well, I know you're a mess. Lovable though you are.
Loves us.
But, no, it's just, it would be very bad.
I'm sure we could handle it.
I mean, we're dealing with some shit, if you haven't noticed. I don't know if you've heard of the Chained Oblivion in your little village or not.
What I have?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody's
I know
heard of them.
religious stuff. I'm aware of who that is.
Yeah, well, he's kind of not asleep like we thought he was. So, more power the better on our side.
Oh, she will help us, I will say that. I think if we needed her in a very dire moment, she would help us.
Oh, okay, so she's gonna wait until the most opportune moment at the very, very end of the battle, just like somebody else I know to help us.
She has a responsibility for not only protecting my home, but she just has to be very careful. But if we really needed her, she would help us.
Okay. I trust you.
Maybe I could try to explain more later. It's very complicated and it just isn't safe.
Okay. So about this treehouse, I say we take it over and turn it into a really awesome clubhouse.
Sounds good. I
Thoughts?
go inside it.
Okay. So as you go inside, you see there are some very vividly colored bushes that are flowering inside there, as well as a circle of mushrooms. And there is a work table that still has some stuff on it, and a shelf with some books. Everything else is gone.
Arcane awareness.
I'm going to the books.
I want to look at them flowers and shrooms. Flowers and shrooms.
So the mushroom circle, you've seen one of these before.
Oh, it's a face circle.
This is a circle of mushrooms.
And when you met the pink-haired satyr in the woods, he had one of these as well.
We've seen this before with the pink-haired satyr in the woods from before.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. Remember we taught him all the swear words?
Huh.
I wonder if he
No.
remembered them. I'm gonna say probably not. He looked a little spacey. Like the pink hair and everything. Probably just like bubblegum air up there.
It's usually an indication of spaciness.
Okay, so you get two pings on the table and one ping on the bookshelf.
Okay. I will
Yeah.
investigate the table first, since Kieran's already at the bookshelf.
All right, so on the table you find. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up the list here. So you find a small, it's a necklace, and it has it looks like a glass, like pendant on it, and inside that pendant is a 4-leaf clover. You also see, where is it? There is also what looks to be a very intricate looking pair of spectacles. I will send those over to you in just a second here. Okay, I'll send them on Discord real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
I didn't have a chance to get them like made in the system, but
Okay, I can make them.
I will get them in there.
Ooh. That's fun.
Yeah, I figured you like that.
Yeah.
All right. And then on the bookshelf, there is there is a book that hang on, I gotta grab what it does because I don't even freaking remember now.
What's the thing?
I will. Okay, so just remind me there's a magical book. I'll send it to you afterwards.
Yeah, fantasy grounds, damn you.
Yeah.
You guys and burn.
Why would it do this to me? Why? I trust you
Aster, where
too.
you are, like, when you're looking at these like bushes and stuff that are growing here, there is one that you see in particular that is of interest to you. And it grows. Where is it? I'm gonna send this to you on Discord real quick, okay?
God damn it, Maddie.
I'm on fire tonight.
You are.
Dad would be proud, but he is on night shift.
You would be.
Probably crying in the break room into his sad cheese and crackers.
Oh,
Jason, if you're watching, we love you.
Yeah.
And get a Lunchable like a grown man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Come on.
That thing has protein in
He
it.
brings the same thing every day. It's stupid. I'm sorry, Dad. It's stupid.
Hey man, I don't judge comfort foods. Or
Me
safe
either.
foods.
You have at least 3 apples. The one time I ate one of those apples and he only had 2. And oh my god, I have never heard the end of it. And it's been like 4 years.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Who
Did it come
eats
through
3
pieces?
apples on a
yes,
shift?
yes, it did. I see it.
So you get like 1 bushel of those.
Is it enough to brew one of these?
Yeah, it's enough to brew 1 of
altogether?
those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Boss.
Gather all those up.
We'll do it, whatever it was.
Yes, you did. The necklace.
Yeah.
Is that one use? One and done? It doesn't indicate one way or the other.
No, I know. I'm looking at my notes. Let's see here. That one is. Yeah, it's a 1 and done.
Okay.
So not like super powerful, but still.
And turn the tide.
Oh yeah. And the other things, they do require attunement.
Both of those?
No, just the goggles or the glasses.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of all that you guys find in here. He took everything else with him.
What about the books?
Yeah, I'll send that to you afterwards.
I kind of, like, while Kirini's looking, I'll be like, no, the one over. Your left.
Yeah.
No, the other left. One more. No, too far. One. Just one more, Kirini. One. Okay, that one. Yeah, that. Nope, back one. That one.
There you go. Okay. And I will give that to you afterwards.
Teamwork.
Are there any other interesting books on the bookshelf? Like, just interesting reading?
Make
This is
me a
not travel.
perception check.
What kind
Or
of smut does he
investigation,
read?
yes.
Smut. Specifically, smut.
Why does it always have to be
It's
smut?
just passive tough love. It's just all tough love.
What if it's about volcanoes? Those are cool.
Volcanoes as a
volcanoes.
sex
Those can
euphemism?
be smutty.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
You see a copy of Little Women on the shelf.
So while...
He.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You go, no, you go, no, you go. No, I insist. No, I insist.
It's not even Canadian. I don't have any excuses in it.
Speak into the microphone. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Karini, you find with that, most of them are just like books on herbs and things like that. You can see that he obviously was working on like making potions and stuff. But you do find a book on tarot cards and their meanings.
Take that too.
Many things.
My Taroka deck.
Oh, okay. There you go. It's almost as good as when your aunt interrupted last week.
It's great.
My Aunt
That's
Joan is
great.
so cute. She actually watches.
Oh, oh God, we swear so much.
She's fine.
Okay.
She's like 70, but she's like the most amazing 70-year-old you ever meet. Like Metallica and Guns N' Roses. She got her first. I just have to share this because it's so fucking adorable. She got her first bedroom where she could actually do it herself because, you know, abusive husband or whatever. And she's got like black and skulls everywhere and she's so happy and I'm like, oh God.
Love it.
Oh,
Aw.
Aw, even Pasta loves it. She was up for that.
Yeah, pasta.
How do I?
Doesn't know what she's doing with herself.
Oh.
She's just been like,
She knows.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Hi, baby. You want to come say hi to everybody? You say hi? Hi.
yes.
Hi, pasta.
She's like, no, screw you. Come on.
A little sweetie, you're so
Meow.
cute.
No butthole.
Nope. Anyways. Yeah, so that is where we're gonna leave it for the night.
Oh wait,
You
I
guys-
wanted to do a thing first.
Oh, okay. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Sorry.
No.
So,
thing.
discovering this necklace.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to Aster.
Oh.
Okay.
And they were roommates.
And they were
Yeah.
roommates. There was only one bed. And they were snowed in and it was cold. I just put it in the
My
party
little
sheet so you can
Go
grab
ahead.
it.
I don't ship them or anything. It's
No,
fine.
totally no shipping. Definitely
No,
don't ship
I've
it.
been,
Me
I've
and
been
Artemis
since
messaged
session
about this
one.
all the
It's fine. It's fine. I'm an adult. I can handle it. Pasta, I'm fine.
It's in the
Pasta's
party
like, "No
sheet there
crimes
for you,
here."
Aster.
I see it.
Just drag it like you did with Tusk Glove.
Yes. Just like what I did before. I know what I did.
Grab the
There you
shield
go.
and drag it onto your inventory.
I did it.
You did the
Yeah.
thing. I can see that
Yeah.
you did the thing. Okay, so describe for the folks how you give this necklace to Aster, because I know everybody's gonna ask.
Yeah.
I don't
You
want
can't just say I give the necklace.
So I
Yeah, you gotta walk the walk.
go over to Aster
make it gay.
and I make it super gay. I like,
Yes.
you know, draw a rainbow on my face. The whole thing. Super queer. And just hold out the necklace to her. It's a bulb, a glass bulb with a little bit of soil in the bottom and what looks like a seedling inside. Keep this with you in case I can't protect you.
Grab it and look at it. Look up at Ram and thank you.
Hmm?
I'll hold it, dear.
You shouldn't hold it, you should wear it.
Well, I'll wear
That way
it,
your
dear.
hands are free.
That's a good point. You're very practical.
I try. Just in case.
Put it on. Make sure it's definitely like showing very like proudly.
Just in case. Hope you don't have to use it.
Thank you.
Try
And
not
I
to
turn away.
be set on fire again.
I turn away from Ram, but there's just the smile. This like the smallest little just tiniest little smile.
And they were roommates.
And they were
They
roommates.
were roommates.
And they sold fried chicken together.
Stop. It's so cute.
The dream.
Okay,
Happy Pride,
that's where we're gonna
everyone.
end this today, you guys. I can't take anymore.
I'm like emotionally damaged. Like just
Yeah.
so up and down.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thank you, DM Artemis, for a lovely session. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, players, for coming out and
Yeah,
just being
with
part
this.
of whatever this is. Thank you, Ben, for the gifted sub.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
and
think-
someone gifted me a sub while we were not on or something, and that was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Aw,
Whoever that was. I
It was a
don't
while back.
good.
usually good about seeing
He
that, but
loves
my
you.
chat doesn't go back that far. Blast you!
It was like days and days ago, so I
Oh,
don't know.
okay. It wasn't today.
Oh,
I think that might have been Liz?
But I appreciate it.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe on Monday.
Yeah, because we had like a
Oh.
huge dump of people and a hype train, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was great. I
Listen.
loved it.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you very, very much. Be good to each other. It's Pride Month, but just because it's Pride Month doesn't mean that we shouldn't celebrate anybody who's in that queer community. And thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us and dealing with our up and down emotional roller coaster.
roller coastering.
I think
I swear I don't do it on purpose.
honestly, I think at this point we're just trying to make each other cry. I think that's what we're at right now.
It's
I
a
mean,
I think
it's
I'm
good
winning
for us.
so far.
Aster is definitely
Like this
winning.
scene.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't cried yet.
Well, you know what?
You guys
But
got
we
a
will
project.
cry.
I'm coming
And
for
we'll
you.
Accepted.
Coming for you.
cry.
Stick around for the raid, everybody. As of today, cards and platinum pieces can be used as well on this game as our game on Monday, which is coming up Monday. Mistwalkers, DM'd by yours truly, takes place in the Domains of Dread, so they need all the help they can get
Yeah.
because they make decisions that are probably not good ones. So yeah, stick around for the raid. You'll get more platinum pieces. You can either save those up to buy a deck of cards or use them throughout the game for things like resurrection, greater restoration, healing, second win. There's lots of fun stuff down there, so just check it out. Yeah, we'll be back on Monday. Bye!